I always thought it's you, but it was somebody else from Sweden. Now this guy writes back his interviews in about an hour, and he changed the schedule by mistake, so there's a little bit of confusion. But now I'm talking to David Priest from Metal Priest, right?
You got it. That's me.
All right. Okay. So
we're good to go.
Yeah, we can just start the interview. Right?
All right,
confusion here going on. All right.
Very cool. Sorry about the confusion, but yeah.
No, it's not your fault. Somebody must have fucked up, but it's not a big problem. I just wondered because all the time people calling in at the same time now. But now we kind of got it fixed here.
Right. Very cool. Well, I guess we'll just jump right in and say, man, this album kicking my ass. I don't know what else to say about it, but
that's what it's supposed to do, right?
It's very epic, man. A lot of real anthemic type songs here. I mean, just almost like, something you would go into battle with. I mean, it just very, very up tempo, very upbeat, very positive. Make you feel good about shit, man. some good stuff.
Yeah, I like it. I kind of like it, and it even sounds a little tiny bit like the 80s or something.
Yeah, which I grew up in, and so that's what I'm all about anyways. I mean, that was the best times. Was this a conscious decision? I mean, were you trying to go with that?
We had the idea to do the production a tiny little bit like this because we liked it so much, bringing back stuff like this. We felt like very good about it, and we thought it's just cool to do this,
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, the songs, did they develop naturally? I mean, how many songs or ideas did you have to throw out before you found the right group?
It's been, everybody was writing individual at home in their own chambers and collecting ideas, writing songs, demo taping, all that stuff. There was no master plan to do let's do this and that. It's just like the collection of songs we had, and then picking up the best we thought it's cool to have on the record. There was no master plan. Let me have a second. Now somebody's calling me to get the confusion right.
Sure, man.
Please.
Okay.
Yo, Costa? Jetzt bin ich mittendrin. Jetzt haben die mich angeskypt. Ich mache jetzt mal einfach weiter. Aber da waren 3 Leute, die haben mich um 9 angeskypt. Der eine wusste nicht Bescheid, der andere war eine Stunde später. Irgendwie ist da eine riesengroße Confusion going on. Aber ich habe die jetzt jetzt kommt wahrscheinlich Schlag auf Schlag hier. Die sind... Ja. Achso, und dann kommt die Skype-Software... Ja, ich mach das jetzt erstmal hier. Ja, die Zeit habe ich wahrscheinlich nicht. Jetzt bin ich mittendrin. Ne? Jetzt mache ich einfach hier von dem Skype und fertig. Das kostet ja auch nicht so viel, 2 Euro oder was, ne? Ja, genau. Okay. Ja, bis dann und tschüss. Alright, I'm back again.
Alright, man. Very cool.
What was the last question? Sorry.
We were talking about how anthemic these songs were and whether it was a natural progression.
Like in those days, we thought there was a lot of bands going on trying to make it, and a lot of them bands were sounding like Def Leppard-ish kind of normal hard rock. They were very good, but it was all like a little bit the same. We thought it's time to, if you want to make it, if you want to go out play, having success, you gotta have a trademark. You gotta have it like something that differs you from all the other stuff which was there, playing like classical hard rock, which is okay, but we thought giving it a bit more passion, we thought of doing something extreme concerning songwriting, concerning the stuff we write, concerning the stuff we want to bring out, concerning the stuff we want the people to listen to. It had to be extreme to be heard, because there were many bands trying to do rock and roll music at that time, and we just thought it's cool to give them, the people out there, something very different from what was there already. Right. And so it was kind of a master plan to do, always trying to do something unique, which you can have and and Vikey's songwriting, Kai's songwriting at that time, and still, you know, we try to do things like that, you know. We always had in mind, if you write a song, you got to be able to listen to that song in some 10 or 20 years without getting boring about it, you know. Mm-hmm. That was the kind of attitude we started off.
Right. Well, I definitely believe that you've accomplished that. I don't think your stuff ever gets boring.
Thank you.
With this album, it's interesting, the title, My God-Given Right. I mean, a lot of people are kind of steering away from the whole God even making a mention of it. Are you speaking metaphorically in that? I mean, how you got other songs that, you know, if God loves rock and roll, and you know,
that's kind of a hello to also to Kiss, because God gave rock and roll to you and all that stuff, because we all like Kiss, and it's just a cool track, you know. Mm-hmm. Although there's not a big concept behind it or something, it's just a cool rock and roll song, and that kind of God loves rock and roll, God gave rock and roll to you, and that's actually the simple meaning of it, you know.
Right.
We kind of love it. It's just a statement, a rock and roll statement.
Well, it gave me a laugh.
yeah, that's what it's all about. You got to give people a good feeling making music if they're going to listen to it, because it's all very emotional. You know, you listen to a track. If it's going to be very old, then you would probably think about some funny or great situations you had during listening to that song. You know, that's all kind of that emotion you want to have.
Right.
You want to achieve.
Now, checking out the album artwork, which is fantastic as well, it almost comes across as you were trying to be a little controversial there. I mean, I don't know what everyone in the States, I mean, the metalheads, of course, will embrace it, but, you know, there are those that might think that it's some kind of an attack on you know, the U.S. Having the Statue of Liberty. And
no, it's just like the freedom attack. It's like the cover. It's like there's nothing bigger than the freedom statue, you know. And if you have a God-given right, you have a symbol, and you got it there, you know. We just put it on the cover. It's, as I said, it's not a big concept. It was just an idea from the artist doing it, and we thought it looks very cool, you know. It's just like, if there is a symbol to freedom, then it's that very, very known statue, you know, and it's cool to have it on the cover to fight for your right, you know.
Yeah, it'll look really cool on a T-shirt too.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I like the colors on that thing. I like the whole atmosphere. It's like very, very. We wanted actually to do something very, very different from the album we did before, and I think with that design we got it, you know.
Right.
We got it very different from what we did before.
Very cool. So let's talk about a couple of the other songs on here. Very interested in the story behind Lost in America.
Yeah,
he gives a chuckle.
It was like if they had like this flight show they had on the airport somewhere down there in South America, and we were booked on that plane. Suddenly they kind of locked the airport. No plane coming in, no plane going out. You're standing there without knowing why, you know, and then it's like more than 17 hours. There was a little hotel in between, and they said, oh, the flight is cancelled, and we had to rebook. It's just one of those little stories you can have on tour, you know. And then Andy just wrote a song about it, you know. We were standing there drinking, and nothing happened, and hours and hours and hours. It's just a big part of our life sometimes.
All right. So nothing too over the top or bad that would steer you away from coming back here, right?
No, it's just like a little story from what we live from what we have to go through from time to time, you know. Just squeeze in a little song. I think it's a killer track, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, what about and it's Russian roulette, and that one catches me because everybody that I've ever talked to, it says Russian roulette. I mean, this different way of saying it. Was this something you purposely did to?
They had the idea, which is kind of tricky to get, because roulette is like a roll coming from rock and roll, roulette or something like this. This was actually the idea, which is maybe a little bit hard to get. I was wondering, it's a little word game, you know, but then it kind of Russian rock and roll, Russian roll, roulette whatsoever they wanted to achieve with that one.
Right.
Yeah, something like that.
Now, it's interesting. a lot of, I mean, you guys have always had a great sense of humor when it comes to your songwriting, not taking yourselves too seriously. But this album seems to kind of waver back and forth between songs that really are quite serious, or have a serious nature to them, and stuff that's just fun and happy-go-lucky, so to say.
Yeah, but it's also, we have like 4 songwriters in the band. That makes a big variety of material you can have when you start writing for a new CD. That's a big part of it. And some songs are, you think you can have like an idea which is more serious because you've seen so many things, or thinking about so many things, or watching in the media every day. And sometimes you're just in the mood to write some stupid stuff where you can laugh about it or something. I think it's both the best of both worlds put together on a record. I kind of like it, Mm-hmm. I like the variety of ideas on that record, on Helloween Records we have, because it's always coming to that point automatically, because there's a lot of songwriters having very, very different ideas. That's what I really like about it.
Right. So who would you say is the biggest clown within the ranks of your band there?
I don't know. We were all kind of stupid clowns from time to time, But I like hanging around, telling stupid jokes and all that kind of stuff.
Right on.
And well, they're all kind of funny. We're hanging out and having a good time,
Very cool. Now, obviously, over the years, you guys have always developed critics, that are going to have their, there's the haters. There's always going to be haters. And it's funny because you guys have still managed to maintain an identity in the scene over all these years. So obviously this isn't something that really deters you in any way.
Yeah, it's like, of course, you got people who don't liking you, or saying there's a better part of Helloween who left years ago, Kai Hansen and so on. But what can you do? You cannot be everybody's darling, and don't be scared to do what you like to do, and then bringing it out, without being scared. Then you're in the wrong business. But I don't care if they have the God-given right to hate us.
Pun intended.
I don't have a problem with that. There's enough people we go out there to play for them, and they're going to be in a great mood when we come to play.
Mm-hmm.
That's why thinking about all people that don't like you, when there's enough who love you.
Mm-hmm. Right. Now, honest question here: do you have any regrets over the years past? Things that you maybe would have done different.
I don't know. I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't regret for anything, because I think it had to be like it was. Otherwise, there wouldn't be that success. There wouldn't be the time like it was. If you would have done things very different, it would have probably be a different career, and we wouldn't be right here, right now, I guess. So I wouldn't regret a minute,
Very cool. Well, that's good. That's good to hear, man. So last question here, and I'll let you go. When are you going to be touring in the States, man? It's been a while since I've seen you.
It's when we do. Let me see. I have a schedule here. There's no dates. There's no cities yet, but there is an idea we have.
Okay, give us that.
We play that Monsters of Rock cruise. That's
right.
That's that big boat from. Where is it going from?
It usually leaves from Florida, unless they're doing. I think they're doing a West Coast one now too.
Right.
But
I think we do that one in Florida, and then it's like from the 22nd to the 26th February in 2016, and from there, once you're there, we start booking some places in North America. We do some shows in Canada. Once we're there, and like. In the end of the February, beginning of March, we'll probably come to North America to play a couple of shows. But it's not fixed. The dates are not fixed, and the cities are not fixed. Yeah. So I'm not sure. But this will be the time we're coming over for a quick hello.
Cool. Well, at least it gives us some hope and something to look forward to.
Yep, that's it. I'm looking forward to it. The boat is cool.
Yeah, that's always cool. I'd love to go on that. That's I'm on the other side of the country for that one. So.
Right. But it's cool. There's a lot of metal fans. They're all cool. You hang around, you drink your beer, and you do your sessions. It's nice. I like it a lot.
Yeah, definitely. Well, man, I give you props for this album again. I wish you all the success in the world. Fantastic album.
Thank you very much.
I love the epicness of it.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, man. We'll talk to you again sometime.
Yep.
Have a good one.
Okay.
Bye.
Cheers.